What's going on, guys? Welcome to part two of our Pinion assembly installation. So right here, this is the original pinion gear, original flange. We're going to be reusing the original flange. So the issue I'm running into, like probably most of you are, is when I was torquing the nut with the flange there, I feel like I was going way over 200 foot-pounds of torque, what it calls for in the manual, and there's still a lot of free play. So basically, the issue I'm having is the seating the bearing all the way. So in the service manual, it tells you to use a special puller. That puller doesn't really exist as far as I'm aware of. Try looking for one online, couldn't find one. So next best thing is got to make one. So right here, this is kind of my blueprint for it. Essentially, we're going to be using some 1 3/4 inch DOM that's drawn over manual or cold forged steel. It's very hard, strong, perfect for an application or tool making, basic tool making for what we're going to be using it for. And I basically marked it right here. It's about 5 1/4 inches long. And basically what we'll be doing is we got a washer right there. That's basically going to be like a support washer. We'll grease both sides of it. We have this coupling nut here, and we'll basically thread that on and as tight as we can. And then we'll use some all thread. Here's some, what's I 7/8 by 14 all thread grade 8. It's pretty expensive. It's obviously a large stick. It's like about 3 foot there. Pretty good stuff though. It's really hard. It's gonna be perfect for using in this tooling application here. So we'll go ahead and cut the all thread to about 8.5 inches. Let's see, and then we'll have some support washers. Let's see. Well, without really making the tool, I have to make the tool in order to show you guys, but kind of show you. Okay, so once this is cut to size right there, obviously we'll have some all thread. You'll want to weld the all thread to the coupling nut here. They'll slide over like that. Cut here and then have some washers. So my plan is to basically these two washers, kind of locate them, or at least the one on top. Once it's located, go ahead and weld the underside of it so it's pretty solid, and then we'll use this one right here as a floating washer. Grease both sides of it, put that like that, and then we'll take another coupling nut, place that right there, and then you'll have about 2 inches of all thread, or a little bit more than that, like probably 3 or 4 inches. Then weld these nuts on the top there, and then essentially you can throw a socket on the top of those two nuts, and then another big bar on the nut there, the coupling nut, and then essentially drive that flange there and press on the bearing onto the shaft, and do it carefully, setting the crush washer. And there's from what I'm reading, and obviously from just looking at it, there's a special way of doing this. If you don't do it, it won't hold the correct bearing load, and it'll get loose, and it'll just come apart or damage all of your stuff prematurely, and it'll be obvious. It'll be making weird noises, grinding, howling, popping, all sorts of things, depending on how you put it together. So for you that are running into this issue, I've tried checking the internet up and down. People have all these crazy ideas. Use a bigger hammer, use a really bigger hammer, use the biggest hammer you can find at Harbor Freight. I don't do that, so we're gonna go ahead and make a tool. I did actually find one person say that they made a tool and pressed it on, probably how I'm doing here, and this would be the correct way to do it. The factory tool looks pretty much just like this, same principle, and you can go ahead and properly press on your flange adapter to the splines of your pinion gear, press the bearing on at the same time, crush the crush sleeve, and essentially set the bearing preload all in one procedure. And then once it's set, or you got it pretty close, then you would take your nut, put a nut on, with the washer, and then you torque that fucker down until your preload set 15 to 25, or I think it's actually on new bearings, 15 to 35 inch-pounds of rotating torque. So that's pretty much it. That's the basic idea of what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get on it, and I want to say do a step-by-step, but kind of show the procedures and what I'm going to do to make the tool, and you guys can go ahead and follow along. Thanks for watching. Hit those comment boxes if you have any questions, or if you know of a better way of doing this. And as always, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.